Good evening, folks, and welcome to Black Country Blitz PC Gaming. Well, it's the first time I've been on for a few days. Been busy, so I had a chance to stream. So I thought I'd come on. I know it's a bit early, late at night. Right. I'm sure my subscribers can watch it whenever they choose to watch it. First off, I'd like to say thanks to the people that have subscribed to my channel in the last few days. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the channel. Try and stream various games when I can. What we do really stream a lot of American trucks and Euro trucks. That's what started the channel off. Anyway, let's find out where we are in the world. Let's have a little look. Right, I am here. It don't really let me know where I am. So let me put the world map up. Market. External. And I think this gives us a better right. I'm in Latvia. That is where we left off from last time. So let's find us a job. That is a long one. That's going to take us all through Poland, Lithuania, Poland, Czech, Austria, and back into Italy. You know what? Seeing as I had done a long stream, I'm going to do this one tonight. So I'll set these cut flows. Here we go. And hopefully everything should be working right. As I left it, gears, as I have one or two problems. Right, so we've got to drive now to our destination. Where it is. Let's get me out there tracking right. Get some diesel on the way as well, as we ain't got much in the old tank. Always nice to come and have a stream when I can. One thing you do when you start gaming, if you don't game for a few days, you miss it. Anyway, now you can see probably in the description, I upgraded to the 143 open beta, not in Euro. I don't want to spoil what I've got at the present time. I know I'm going to probably lose it eventually with the update, but for the time being, I don't want to. I want to keep all the working mods I've got. So, hence why I tried the open beta. I know what it's bringing. New sounds. I've got some nice sounds in the cab at the moment. So, why lose what I've got? Again, I'm hoping this sound pack, which I've downloaded, might work with this 143. Who knows? So, but I am holding my breath, as they say, just in case. It sounds better than their default, that's for sure. Now, again, I'm giving us some new tyres, are they? Okay, thank you very much, but let's address the things that need addressing first.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Even the indicator sounds better in this little download. Braking system as well. Again, is it authentic to a Scania? I don't know. I don't think it is. But it sure sounds better than their original. So, will do for me. Something different. Anyway, I hope everybody's weekend went okay. We're now into the middle of the week, well, nearly to the end of the week here on this Thursday, going into Thursday morning. I was hoping to find a petrol station before we actually picked the job up. Still in my Scania, as you can see. A good, yeah, logo on. I'm just pulling into here. Thank God I got to do. Is it traffic lights? I thought that was traffic lights then. Right, let's find out how bumpy this road is now. Now, since the update for the steering wheel, I have been on many bumpy roads. That don't feel too bad actually. Like I said in the video that I made, turned it right down on certain sliders. But I'm feeling that through my backside via the cushion. So that's good. Steering wheel, as you can see on the screen, it's moving slightly. It's going to give me a bit of vibration. You need a little bit, but not too much with it's overpowering. It's been a long while since I've been up to one of these. Oh. Good. It's another one that's greyed out now for me. Or ungreyed out, should I say. Right, then spin it round, let's get it on. Let's get it delivered. As he stalls it. All being well tomorrow, if it goes right, I shall be in a different place tomorrow. Still be in the room, but just everything turned the opposite way. If it works. So, I don't know what's going to happen yet till tomorrow. As I've got two PCs to turn around. This one, well, this setup, and another PC desk at the bottom of the room that's got to have a 360 spin. It's going to be a lot of fun for me tomorrow. And that's if I get up early enough to start it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Anyway, let's get this delivered. Let's blank my mileage. That's just under the clock now. I've done 2,395 miles so far in this Scania. So now I'm doing and put another 1,000 mile on the clock. These brakes are a bit evil. When I stop, I'm stopping rapidly. Anyway, let's get it delivered. Traffic's flowing nice and even by the looks of it, like a nice flow of traffic. I was going to pull out, but that buzz is coming at me rapido. And he stalls again. I keep thinking third. When I put my gear into third, I'm thinking I've just got another gears here. It's got that CM1 and C2 on the Scanias, isn't it? It's me just losing the plot here tonight. Oh, it's now that'll be fifth when it don't go into reverse. And we must find a petrol station. Get the old tank filled up. As they say, got a very big tank. So it don't take very much for it to disappear on me. But I see one on the way down here, so who knows? Might not even be one.
Get ready to turn right.
Into that, love.
Turn right.
And again, try and do like I did the last time I streamed. And that's, I'll find somewhere to sleep. rather than everything go dark on the stream. I like to drive a little bit of dark, but not a whole journey in darkness. I'll wang 'em up, wang 'em in, and go and have a sleep.
Turn left. Turn left.
And stick to the speed limit as well. Has some nice different areas around this part. Nice and slow, you don't miss nothing there. Oh dear. Little things like the tram and stuff like that. I am looking forward to new DLCs that will due out soon, like the Russia one.
Get ready to turn left.
I don't know what will come out first. Will it be the Russia? Or will it be the new one for American trucks? I hope that they release them both at the same time, or within a short amount of time for both. They normally do that. Still no petrol station yet.
Go straight on.
Nice to see no drop frames as well tonight on the old PC. Someone's going right. Hey, you're going. Lovely stretch of water. Oh, that's a sleepy place.
Go straight on.
By the time I roll up to these, they should change, which they have done. And on, I can see a petrol station. That's all good. Just in time to go and fill up.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
There we go. Let's just alter more Trackir. Oh, not now, but they got that little bit more movement. I have if I turn my head fully. I slowed it down and saved this profile. That's what you can do. But just keeping up with real time, that makes sense. But I don't want to do that and it just goes swinging around like that. Put like a tiny, what they call dead spotting. So that car don't pull away. Or they don't pull away and crash into me, like they normally do. What we're doing. It's coming. All good. Is it 50 mile? Now what's good about this journey is there's no land crossing, where you've got to cross by ferries and stuff. Where's he going here? Because I are doing 50 mile an hour, he thinks he can like overtake. Silly person. It's only a single lane road. As we go into another country, let's have a look. Is it telling me? So that's Latvia now. What we're in, or we've just gone into. Want to get my foot down. That's not very long to get up to 50 mile an hour in this. Tenth gear, even though I've got 12 gear. I think this is 12 gears. Of course, when it's well, the truck jobs, man, I can do 56 anyway. Now this will comfortably do 56 mile an hour. But I've got to keep left. Got my cushion has stopped working then. Okay. I couldn't feel the vibration of the engine. I can now when it goes over them little strips. Or if I drive a little bit too close to the hard shoulder, no, that hard shoulder don't make a bump on the tyres. As if to mimic the front set going over the line. For certain parts of the road, that do. This game they'll use all the transducer data, and he uses a bits and dabs of it. Right, we're going the right way. Zoom, yep. See Mr. OKL cut in front of me. Okay, he's just pulling out. He knows he's going to clatter me if he does. Move on. Two harvesters stuck up the corner. Now you notice there ain't that much traffic on the road. Get to a certain time for me and the traffic starts to build up more. It's ever so weird. But again, I updated Jazzy Cat packs for a few weeks. And of course, every time there's a update, Jazzy Cat packs update very quick. He modifies them to the new version of Euro trucks and America. So I don't think I've got any issues with anything with these packs anyway. Just don't know at times how many get spawned as it goes along, whether that's due to the Jazzy Cat pack or the actual traffic mod I put in. So I'd like to know that. Oh, here we go. Got a bit of rain. 10 on the old window wipers. Do up my window. I get my hair wet. There's alright, there's got our window shut.
Keep left.
Still 56 mile an hour. There's a little bit of fog now. I think this is just still standard rain that I'm using. I don't think I can't remember I put any traffic mods in. Weather mods. I could do on this one. I'm 100% sure, I can't remember. Or did I take them out when it went to the last update? I had no choice. I don't think my traffic mod, weather mod was compatible with the last one. The last update they had. Not this beta one that's coming out. What is he doing here? Why? Nearly lost my truck then. He did indicate, but at the last freaking minute. Jeez, that could have been a air ambulance job then. Come on. Hey. I've heard a signal manoeuvre. Signal swaying. Don't crash. Although visibility is bad. I'm gonna keep my distance now till this fog's lifted. Like I said the other night on the stream, I ain't keen of the spray the cars I'm giving. It don't look realistic. And I did say I was going to have a look for a mod for that, but with work commitments, just ain't happened. Say about that petrol tank as well. You'd have a very big petrol tank in this Scania. That needle does really go down quick, and I've really done that many miles. I mean, we've only done to now 137. I caught. Whoa. Gotta follow him. So it looks like. Where's he going? I hate that when they do that. They signal, then signal back out again.
Right.
There was accidents. I'll probably fill up a few times along this journey. I'm going to get till about 7 o'clock in the game. Find a rest area. Sleep. So that should take us into the early hours of the morning. Probably might end this rain as well. I ain't got my rain setting on that much, to be fair. Oh, it should disappear soon. Because again, with this fog, you never know what might just be in front in a minute. These cars I'm just coming to view, so I'm just going to drop my speed a bit. Speeds have dropped anyway to 43 mile an hour. I'll put myself into 7th gear. Well, 8th. That should keep me just below the speed. Now, where's he going in this truck? Thought you would do that somehow. Enough room. Get back over. Speed's gone back to 56. I saw any bit baiting yet. So, what we're on with. Now, go read them. Nothing new there. I know I'm still in Latvia, so somewhere in Latvia. And to 43 again. I'm doing 43 now. How slow he's going in front. Let's seal the cars. Nothing there anyway. I'm looking forward though to tomorrow. Hopefully change it round. I've got some new LEDs to stick up. Or stick around, but I've had them now a fortnight. As the ones I've got, them only down this side. The ones that was all the way around the rig before. They tend to break after a bit of time. So, the set I've bought now, they're split off. One plug. So one, I'll do one half. And then the other one, I'll do the other half of the rig. And hopefully meet up at the bottom end where my pedals am. Another thing I had a problem with the other night, and oh, it was a nightmare. Tried to put 3 cams on the system. I got 3 cams, I got 2 the same. And then a third one which is totally different mech. The 2 exactly the same. For love nor money. I know you ain't supposed to put cameras in the same USB ports. I know that. So I've changed the USB ports. So one's in one port, one's in another one, and one's in another. You think for the love of the money, all 3 would fire up. One was turning off my hard drive, which is a separate hard drive. And then it conflicted with the cushion I'm sitting on. So that was an audio problem. I've got my cushion, but every time I click the buttons to make it work, so it pops, it wore having none of it. Every time I disconnected the camera, it worked. I was like, you know, that's, to me, it's like, okay. It's one of them scratching the head moments. I couldn't work it out. And then the next thing I know, I lost all the cushion where I sit on. So I had to sit here, trying to get that to work, which was a complete nightmare. In the end, I just installed the camera. So the one that was on my gear stick, which would be down this bottom corner now, I've had to disable. So I've still got my pedal ones. I ain't put them on tonight, it's pointless. But I will get to the bottom of it. I know I've run 3 cameras before, had no problem. But I'm also going to stick some more RAM in the PC as well. That'll be in the next couple of days. And I've got a bit of time off from work. So, get things sorted. I need to, I've got a little program that tells me what's inside my PC. So hopefully, I think I've already got the file, which lets me know what RAM I've got in already. So I'll just go and order 2 more sticks. Don't think I need a lot, to be fair. If I knew any editing, big editing, I'll do it on the other PC. So, as long as I've got enough to run the games, run my VR, I'm happy. Waiting down with this road's a 31, right? That's Poland. It's got to be. I think we're heading into now. What's the road? A 31 speed. Let's put me. What is it? Cruise control on for these speeds. Oh, you just put cruise control on, the speed changes though. It's. Oh. Right then. At least the weather's gone anyway. Any more rain? No. Time to turn them off. Summer's kicking in. Oh, so wise. Just when you think you got things right, don't you? Always something goes wrong. I mean, I know it's a RAM problem. But you have to think, You're like running 2 monitors. You're running your wheel software. You're running Trackir. You're running, what else am I running? Running the cushy. It all takes up your RAM. So of course you go and slap the VR on and it just goes poof. Sends the PC off and reboots. So that's a safety mechanism, which ain't a bad thing. It's because I've only got 16 gig of memory in here, so if I stick in 32, should be ample. I mean, if I'd got the money, I would stick in the full 128 gig, but it ain't going to be no good for me doing that. Because I want to, of course, sit at this desk comfortably, editing. Well, it's a desk, is it? It's a cockpit. And of course, it's here, editing stuff in this. Just ain't right. I'll go get... That's the only trouble with this next level racing cockpit. There's no official keyboard thing. I like the ones that like slide out, slide back in. You know, when you don't need it, slide it away. When you need it, slide it under you. So, I got a friend of mine, and we're going to make one. Well, I've got the design. I've probably got some of the parts off what I'm using now, and he's going to do, you know, get his welder out and do a bit of this and whatever. And I'm going to make one for this. Some way of clamping it to the bottom of the rig. And I'm making it small. Don't want it too big. I'm happy to use a small keyboard. You've probably seen them, they're many tiny. And where there's no numbers, because there will be numbers on that keyboard, it's too small. Just buy a number pad. I think them are £5 off Amazon. So if I need to do the numbers, which we do if we use console on Euro trucks or America, then you need the numbers, the number pad. So I buy just one of them, sticking on top of the button box or put it the other side here. And that should do that. Drill these button boxes in properly as well. Once I get some clamps, not clamps, Vista plates and some L-shaped brackets. I mean, it's quite sturdy now, to be fair, but, you know, when I do it a professional job, might even buy another button box and have it the opposite, you know, move this one over this side and get opposite buttons to do the opposite way. The guy I bought it from lives locally. He's only on eBay. Really good seller as well. If you look, I mean, I wouldn't class him as dear, because, like, I've seen a lot of button boxes and there's some right prices out there. Again, these are people that live in America, so you've got to export them into this country. So I can understand they got to put shipping on and stuff. And they do a really good job, but, you know, I want something that's going to do the job, but I ain't going to be paying, you know, £200-300 for a button box. I mean, having the Fanatec wheel, I would like the official one, where it actually bolts onto the wheel base and everything. But you're looking £300 plus shipping. So, and I think now we've come out the EU, I am 100% sure, but I think we pay more tax now to get stuff back into this country, plus we've come out the EU. So, I mean, I paid shipping the other week. What did I pay shipping on? Oh, that GT style wheel I bought. And then I had to pay another £40 tax on it, just to get it into the UK. So, but they don't tell you this. You got to pay tax, which I think is a bit poor on websites. They should tell you. You've got a big family, like I've said before. You've already probably saved up to buy the wheel, paid the stuff on it, and then, in my case, it was ups. They go and slap another 40 quid on top here. You know, my families might not have that 40 quid. So, you know, websites need to say that, you know, what you're paying here ain't the final price. But, like I say, that's a few things to sort. So another button box, because when you're doing certain things, I mean, I would like as well. like one of them LEDs. I mean, as you probably know, some of you who watch the channel, I've changed the aspect ratio back, and sometimes you can't see all the dials. So, you know, where it's blocking it, I've one. Now, especially in some of the games where you need to know what gear you're in. I mean, I've got a tiny one, which is part of the Fanatec wheel, but sometimes it does show gears. It shows the speed. I mean, in this, it does show speed. It just shows what gear, but it does show you all the while. It'll only show you, like, when I'm changing gear, and it goes up to 6. But on them, it probably might show, say I'm in 12 now. I've got a 12-speed truck in her, so it might show 12. I don't know. I mean, I bought one before. Again, someone else that would take more RAM because it was a USB based. I mean, I got enough USB ports. I've got 2 massive big strips. There's one over the back and there's one just outside of my leg. And I've stalled again. Them lights are on green, I think. Oh, they am. Saying that, I never thought of that. The power might have come out my USBs as well the other night.
And then turn right.
Always something, eh? Everything never goes smooth. Right, don't change lights because I'm coming through. Ooh, really hit him then. Not. Here we go. Wrong gear again. I would so love. I wish they could make a bloody proper gear stick for Fanatec. They're making for Logitech. Like the gears for a truck. Some guy in a foreign country makes some good stuff as well. And again, they aim for Fanatec bloody gear sticks, which is a shame. I'd have bought one by now. Right, I don't know where we am in the world. It's been greyed out. I think it's Poland. I'm sure it could be. Is that Warsaw? Poland, eh? Crap on my geography. Again, hardly any cars on the road. Expect this road to be finished the next time I drive up here. That'd be good, wouldn't it? If you drove up and it was all done the next time you come up. I wonder if it's done. There's no workers. Where's the workers? More shakers on that road than workers. No Loch Ness Monster in that one. No. National speed limit. Is that going to change? No. They like our country. Put down. Still got to stick to the L43. What time is it? 7 o'clock. We'll do the next parking place. Stay dark yet. They don't get till dark till 9 o'clock in this game, I think. But we will go into a parking bay, so it's a whole streaming out the dark. We've still got another 1,000 miles. Definitely got over the 975 miles. So some of them would be drove in the dark if I'd all go and pull in. Again, slowly coming up to half a tank. Nice truck and everything. Do like the truck, but I wish it had got a bigger tank. I think it's my Mercedes-Benz truck. That's got the bigger tank, or could it be the DAF? It's one of them two. They've got massive tanks. I'm going to put the old, what you call it on, cruise control for this little bit.
Go straight on.
Still a 43 and here's me doing 46. Get your foot off the pedal. I'll do. I think when chat. Is that on the, that's on the other side of the road, eh? That sleep place now. Well, roadworks. We've got no intention of stopping. I got right away, eh? Love that sunset. They like him pulling hard on me though, nah. Slowing me straight down. Bad enough doing 41 mile an hour. Come on. I feel like we're travelling fast at all. I don't feel like we're going. Baffles me when I watch some of these on Truckers MP, man, them doing like the full 90 mile an hour. They don't trip a trailer up, they don't do jack shit. Well, to me that ain't driving. Right, get over that lane. Yep, it's time to have a sleep, I think. Next time I come to one. Right, we've got one here coming up by the looks of that sign. Unless that's a sign for the hard shoulder. Never know with these signals and signs there in another country. We're half on them mean. Ooh. We've gone to 50 mile an hour. Get the old foot down. Oh, better slow down because these are going to put me to a standstill with this copper car. That's it. Go on. Glad I've got that little bit of road ungrade and all then. That little tiny little bit. So what I mean about the cars now. There's built a more build up of cars of a night than in the day in my game. Some tell you right. I want it the opposite way around. Theory, it should be lorries on the night time, shitloads of cars and everything else in the daytime. There must be loads of fires in this game because all I see is fire engines, yo, watch. Well, we ain't going to do dark, am we? But if I did, you never see no police cars, you never see no ambulances, it's always fire engines. It's amazing. Anyway, let's get into gear. Oh, we're revealing more grey, which is good. Warsaw. So that's Poland, eh? You know, I got my phone here, I might Google it. It's Poland, I mean, it's Warsaw in Poland. You'd probably tell me Warsaw is in West Midlands. Which way you got a Warsaw? There, by me. All with my black country accent anyway. Right, back to 43. Still like that effect how Bobster pointed out, that lights with a thingy bob on, the fog. Just soft little things, ain't that me? Something to a game. Even though it ain't major foggy, but that just enhances the game just a little bit. Clever person who thought about doing that for a mod. I mean, I really wished, wouldn't it be good? I mean, I don't know if it could be done again. I'm assuming it could be done. But giving us a chance to have our own garages, you know, like in my class, it would be Black Country Blitz, haulage or something like that. You know what I mean? Again, whether they could do it so to every garage you own. And somebody else has already said on one of the forums, you're dosing on your own trucks while you're driving. That would be mega. You know, as I'm driving along in the game, there's one of my trucks. You know what I mean? That would be good. You never know, do you? What they'll do. You know? Just dump the rubbish anywhere. Right, we've got to go into it if I want to take a rest. Is the petrol station? I'm going to drive past that. Because I am going to go into a town just to sleep. It's pointless. So we'll find another one on the way. Definitely got to be one on the side of the road. Probably be where the next petrol station is, to be fair. So we'll use the petrol station and the sleep and the rest area. I have got my lights on as well anyway. Because when I said that, if they can make a mod that does all the lights in the game, I'm sure they can do it with all the garages once you purchase them. Or do it with all the garages before you purchase them. That would be mint, that would. Especially when you do like thumbnails and that, your name's over your own garage. You know, coughing tonight, Will. Now, them lights change before I get there. Come on, gears. Oh, lucky them. Tell you what, I had a good day out on Sunday. Went to the NEC in Birmingham for the classic car show. And there's one of the cars that I've raced in one of the racing games. I don't know if it's Project Cars or Assetto Corsa. No, Assetto Corsa. Oh, yeah, it could be an Assetto Corsa as well. But it's an old-fashioned Lotus. And it was the same car was on display. I ain't joking. I was like, whoa, how do you think you drove something like that? Okay, only in a simulator, but simulator's better than nothing. I was talking to this girl who's got all the information on it, like, you know, where it raced, what races it's won. It was on, telling me it won something in the 1960s at the Le Mans 24 Hour. And I said to her, like, I said, I've raced this myself in a simulator, in VR. And I was like, is it good? I says, yeah, they hold the road. They win the race. I think, yeah, it's in Project Cars. It's part of the Lotus. When you do, like, chores, achievements, that's it. In Project Cars 2, that's where I drove it. You have to drive it in the wet. And you get so far, and you just lose all traction. You could just keep the car on the road. It slides everywhere. It took me for hours to do it. And of course, when I bought the VR, I then raced it in VR. You know, I loaded it up in VR. And I was just mesmerised at how much detail goes into, like, you know, the shock absorbers, the tyres, everything. I was more fixed on them as I was driving. I mean, I got no chance of winning it, what I'm supposed to do for the challenge. I was just looking at the shock absorbers. It was weird. And then, like, Sunday, stood next to it, or a replica, you know. So, sometime next week, I've got to edit all my pictures, because that's what I do as well. It's photography. So I took, I don't know, 600 plus photos on Sunday. So I've got to edit them over the weekend. And then I'll put a link on this page, linking them if anybody wants to have a look. There's a few rally cars up. There's quite a few. Well, there's more than quite a few. I met him as well. The guy off Wheeler Dealers, Mike Brewer. I think his name's Mike Brewer. We dicey the Stig. He wore there on Sunday. But his new co-host, I think his name Elvis, for the British series that's out now, he was there as well. So, really good day out. I went with a friend of mine who I work with. So, it's about time I got out with my cameras, because I have been out with my cameras now since the lockdown. Again, you can't take photos when COVID's are back on you, to be fair. So, it was nice to get out and give him a run out, as I call it. Right, and this is the time we need now to find a place to sleep. The next one I come to, I'm going to put this truck to sleep. So we'll be driving back in the daytime. It's about 5 o'clock out, somewhere around there. Even though it is still nice to drive at night. Said it many times on the channel when I've been streaming. My bedroom is fairly dark now. I've only got the tiny little ring light on just to illuminate my face. The little LEDs on the rig, which flash to the vibrations underneath the cushion. So the louder I vibrate, or the more I accelerate, the faster my lights go. Of course, I'm probably picking up my voice as well. So just happens not to be in total dark. That's why you can see the flashing. And really good LEDs. I think I paid about 25 quid for them. But if you buy the cheap ones, they are sound activated. Right, then we're going to pull in here then, as I said, fill up just from half a tank and sleep as well. We've still got plenty of time to get the job done by doing that as well. As we swing in. Love the sound of these brakes. That will be with the real deals next Thursday and Friday at work. They drive Mercedes trucks. The guys from Sky. Right then, got to stick this on. Now, where's my truck stops? Is this right? That's one over there. Either got one in front of that one. I have just about. I know it's him behind me. That's it. We can do that. 6 o'clock. That'll do for me. Saves the whole stream being totally dark, do it? Here we go. Full tank of fuel. Nice sun. Time to go. And we've still got 800 more to do. Turn that off. No cars up yet. Might as well indicate just in case Lily Law's there. Yeah, we'll never know. Sound of that motorbike then. I think I need the window open, get some fresh air into the cab. It's better. I really do wish we could crank the radio up now and get some tunes going. I did it one night, you know, felt so stupid. Because I don't know if you know, in Euro trucks and America, you can add your own MP3s, yeah? So, from when I was a DJ, got a load of old classic rock records. So I just throw them in the folder inside my documents. And because I was on Twitch, the ASUS STRIX is here on YouTube. Well, they am now a bit, but they were back in the day. So it'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm over the other side of the room then. And I'm singing my heart out. Just totally forgot. The next thing I get this, oh, yo, shut the fuck up. I was singing with top of my voice the rock records, man, it was class. But, you know, wouldn't it be good if we could just sit here and play with records? I think it'd be brilliant. You know, I'm advertising their songs, what's the matter with the world? We ain't killing nobody, haven't we? When we're doing it. You know. I mean, I love to play this game. No headphones on. Stick my cap on so Trackir still works. Or go into VR. Are you going to let me through? No, I don't think you would be. But other tunes blasting, man, in the daytime. It's brilliant. Again, I can't share that with nobody. There's only one way around it, and that's a bit of software. It's a bit like a mixer. So basically, I hear the songs, but the stream don't hear it. And, again, it's more fiddling about just to play a PC game. Otherwise, I'll be singing down the internet to you and you won't even know what the song is. You know what I mean? Because how cool hear the song I can. But that ain't fair on the streamers. Or the viewers. On the streamer, ain't I? You know what I mean, though. Right, what lane we going in? Stop in this one. See, I don't know how they get on. I don't know if you have to buy YouTube. You know, you see, I've seen it a couple of times where you subscribe to YouTube and then you can use the records in your videos because you paid for the right. Well, you paid for the right when I bought the single $3.99 back in the day. That's how I see it. But I don't know. The world's gone stupid, eh? The things they shouldn't worry about, though, and the things that they do worry about, they shouldn't worry about. Come on, gears. Let me down again. Slowly build that speed back up. It's so nice to be revealing new roads. Yep, I am. Good. Sometimes you drive and you think, I've been down this road consistently, so when you come down roads that you have been down, and then getting took off your big map, again, when you put like pro mods on, don't get me wrong, I love riding on pro mods maps, but you miss all the other maps and other roads. You've got that much variety, it's unbelievable. So of course when they're going to release this new Russia one, that's going to make it even better for us all, eight. You know what I mean? I think I seen it today when I was at work. I'm going to release another one for American trucks as well. Announce another one. So again, that's even more roads. My map for that is quite covered. There ain't many roads I've still got to drive on that. There's only one Pro Mods for that, and that's Pro Mods Canada. The last time I put it in, as soon as the update going on, I don't bother. It's only small compared to the other maps Pro Mods bring out for this. I'm a lot bigger. Well, let's get from behind this slow one. Slowing way down here. Bit of signal manoeuvre, and away we go. Should have enough power to get past him. Come on, mate, I don't want to race you, just want to get past you. take my scanner out to 56 if I've got to. That'll do, mate. It's like being, I feel like I'm in the real world, don't you, with these? Oh, dear, eh? I don't need no diesel yet. We got enough diesel now to last us. On 900 litres. How many miles we got? We might do it on that one lot of diesel. It depends if we get stuck on a road or anything. So you never know with this game. We'll let it go down to 3 bars and then see how we get on. I've rolled into petrol stations before. My old mucker Bobster, if he's on tonight, he was there. I think I floored the truck and I just rolled and rolled. I've got no diesel at all. They stopped me and I just rolled into a petrol station. It's funny that was. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Over the speed limit slightly by 3 miles an hour. Notice no police cars, is there that many? Got to be police cars in Jazzy Cat packs. I ain't seen none. I don't know. I've got to find out. If you use Jazzy Cat packs traffic, you don't have to put no other traffic pack with it. I ain't sure. You're gonna have to put it in a forum. It's like the old saying, if you don't ask, you don't find out. Thinking if you have all the Jazzy Cat pack stuff and you put it the proper order, Wombat did it some time back. Of course, he ain't been very well and he ain't put many streams out of late. But he stacked it. I'm sure there's a video out there. Just go back and have a look at it. And is he going here? It will be going to IKEA, you pull out on me again. Shake me fist at him. Nah, I'm only joking. If you can get the stack right, I don't think he put a traffic mod in. You just put the Jazzy Cat pack stuff, and that's it. You do what I do, like put Jazzy Cat pack stuff, and then put a traffic mod above it. So I'm thinking that might cancel out the other stuff, because I've put a traffic mod above. That makes sense. Hey, where am I going? You stuck driving then? But again, say with this new release coming out, it ain't worth putting no more new mods in. Because I'm going to be all probably obsolete. I know for a fact the one that closes all... Instead of seeing the roads that you call drive down, I'll put it in this one and I'll put it in American trucks. As soon as I loaded up America, buff, gone. I thought, I don't want to lose it. Not yet anyway. Come on. That's 50 miles an hour. Over we go. Got all the angles right now. I can just see that mirror without having to turn my head. She's, I mean, I don't really look in that one. But this one just slightly turn up and see me screen for the chat as well. And still keep my eye on the road, which is a good thing. It's nice to see a few of you on the stream. I know you ain't chatting, but I know you're viewing, so thank you. Appreciate it. Sometimes I don't use a second monitor and I should more. So when I work out how to do the stream, the quality will come down a bit, but what they call the latency will be a lot quicker, so there won't be a delay between me and yourselves. So something else I want to get done. Oh, get in the right lane. Get the latency right. So I think it's, I don't know, to get off the latency. So I think there's about a 10-second delay, probably a little bit more between myself and you guys now. That's because it's streaming in 4K. If I go down to 2K, which is what Nvidia give me, then that's like half of it. That should bring that down to about 7. And then there's a lower setting, but I ain't worked that out yet. So I'm assuming in OBS is RC it in 4K, but when I put it out on YouTube, 1080p, which again is HD in it. But the voice, you know, talking and chatting up back. Alright, son, no I ain't, matey. I put it back on. I ain't put Pro Mods back on this one. Have you stacked it in the right order? Because the trouble with see, when I finish the stream, if you're still on, I'll show you something. If I can. Depending on how you stack Pro Mods to the rest of the mods that you've got in, it'll affect it. You have to stack it in the right order, which they do show you on Pro Mods somewhere. It's a little bit confusing. But the last time I had mine working, I took a screenshot. So next time, hold on, I'm confusing myself. When they did the 142 update, I had Pro Mods in, so I took a screenshot of it, because I don't know if yourself, I'll put in Pro Mods and Middle East as well. I'll put that in as well. So, and then I'll put his Pro Mods Trucks 8 or something like that for them different countries. So to load them all up, I'd got it working right with the mods I'd already got. So I took a screen grab. Does that cut in two later on, thingy bob? All you'd probably do, Sean, is just move your mods about. But I can't go in because I ain't got Pro Mods on it, but I've got the pictures, and I'll show you the pictures I took and saved them. So like when I come again, I know what order to put them in.
Go straight up.
Right. Again, have you put a Pro Mods mapping? Because there's a special maps as well you can have. So the game looks good as, you know, like when you bring up the big map, it shows you. Because Bobster was on about it one night and he's like, where did Joe get that to me? Like, where did I get the big coloured map from? And it's there, but again, it's getting the right map. The only trouble is with like the vanilla, going back to vanilla in this, you lose everything. So, you know, I've done it by mistake 3 times. I wouldn't want to do it again. You know what I mean? Lose everything. I mean, I wouldn't mind going back. But I don't see the point in putting Pro Mods on yet. I mean, it's only £1, but like putting all Pro Mods on, then they bring out this new release. You got to start all over again, are you? So I'm going to wait till the release, see what they're doing with these new maps they're bringing out, then wait for Pro Mods to bring it out and go from there. I mean, if Bobster's in here, he'll tell you. I sat there one night And there's a guy called Wombat. You've got to have heard of the guy. He's brilliant at doing them multi-maps. And his combo was massive. So, of course, I followed him. You know, like he breaks it down. What to go and download. It was to the size of the map of this for Euro trucks. It was absolutely huge. But what happens? They update the game. Which then, you know, it's no good. You either don't update the game and drive your map. So, but he used to do them on a regular basis. This guy had really good, but he was ill in hospital. I don't know if I don't know if it was COVID related. I don't know. But since he's been ill, he ain't done half the stuff he used to. He's got to take it easy, I suppose. But he was one of the best. I mean, there's quite a few people that do the map combos. Well, it is. I mean, you're probably like most of us. You get fed up of driving down the same road. What are you doing here? You get fed up of driving back and forth. At least with Pro Mods, it gives us a bit of a variation, though. And I'll tell you another good map to get. And it's good. The EAA map. Now I joined one. I mean, I made the channel. I made this. For me, my two mates at the time, Bobster, another guy. But, you know, the people just don't want to bother. You know, so, you know, I don't force things on people. Yeah, good bloke he was, Wombat. He's still about. He just don't do half the stuff he did. But, I mean, if ever you want to come and do a convoy, you know, if ever you struck as MP and, like, got on the PC with a voice and that, I mean, we use Discord, so you ain't got to type, you know. I mean, I made a Discord channel where everybody could just jump in Discord. You could all be on voice, so nobody's got to sit there and type, you know. If you want to do that, I'm easy on, you know what I mean? Save sitting there, people having to type, and there's no delay neither, so it's instant. I'll have to put a description in my Discord in this at the end.
Go straight up.
Oh, you dare crash into me now. That bloody thing at the point. But going back to maps, if you can get an updated version of that as well, EAA. Again, I'll try and find it, see if there's a version out. That is the second biggest map for nothing. You don't pay for it, it's free. And it's Brazil. It's huge, absolutely huge. And like some of the roads, I mean, Bobster's watched me religiously for a few years now, Bobster. And what I used to do, if I got bored, I'd jump over to the AA map and do Brazil. And the roads have gone up, and like, I know I keep on about it, and I'm sorry to go on, but when I got on this vibrating cushion, it was doing mud. It was simulating mud. I got stuck in it. So my tyres was going bump, 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 and my arse was going bump, bump, bump with the vibrations. It was so good. The speed ramps, again, you don't get speed ramps in this. In nothing from these. I think there might be a few in Pro Mods. But in this EAA map, it's a foreign guy that makes it. I mean, he's got a channel. But again, he speaks his own language, so you have no idea what he's saying. But all it is two files. I'll have a look. When I finish the stream, I'll go and have a look, see if EAA map's out. Drop you some links. I mean, there's a link in this video anyway to a mod site I use as well. And you go by what order is out at the moment. So, is it 143 that's coming? So it's 142 now, 8, I think. So you go to that, and then it shows you all just the latest mods. I've used it for a lot of years. It's updated. I mean, you could look 10 minutes, go back in another 10 minutes, and they're all brand new mods on there. So, you know, I think everybody throws everything on there. It's a really good site. And all it takes is a couple of minutes downloading stuff. You know. You have to do like that, you know, wait, I don't know, was it 30 seconds? And then just press it and then it comes down. One of them kind of sites. So everything basically is free. Unless stated that it's, you have to pay for it. But, with the stacking though, that gets me, that doesn't also. Because sometimes you sit there and you think, damn, it don't work. You know, you load it up, don't you, and bang, it crashes. Fucking hell, here we go again. Sit there. Bobster will tell you. Bobster, if you owe me near, mate, and got ears on, because he's my little ninja Bobster. He's got to be in here. I went one night, I was in Russia, I was driving through Russia, and you've got all them different sets of border crossings. Anyway, every time I come to a border crossing, the barriers wouldn't go up. I was like, fucking hell. So I'd come out the game, restart the game, the barriers would go up, I could drive through. But it's the one where they got barrier after barrier after barrier to get through in Russia. One mod was preventing me barriers. If you know what I mean, it took me hours to find just the one mod in my stacking order that was preventing the barriers from going up. It was funny, but not at the time. And I think it was, there used to be a mod, it's still hard, but it works now. It's where it puts that information all across the top. It was that. Now, how the fucking hell can a mod that does that stop barriers going up? Or it did. Because I hate seeing that big thing in the game. I like it when they get the numbers at the top of my screen. When I used to use it. The only reason I don't use it now, it don't work with VR. I mean, that's why I don't use it. But the one that was up barrier, as soon as I disabled that out of my stacking order, everything worked. Yeah, I tell you, the barriers went up as sweet as a nut. I was like, fucking hell. Bobster must have been laughing his bollocks off, sitting and watching me. Because he says, have you tried this, lad? Have you tried that? And I says, I've tried fucking everything. But again, it's trial and error, right? I mean, that's what we do, right? With a game, I'm glad they allow you to mod stuff. Because it does make the game. I mean, I like to try things out. Wang a load of mods in. If they work. I mean, if they don't, just sack them. Try another one, you know. Some days, if I've got nothing to do and it's quiet, and I've got no work on it, I'll just sit in them websites. I'll go from one to another, and sometimes I'm like, just duplicating the same kind of stuff. I mean, another good mod I used to have, but that was for America, was police sirens. It just made the game. You'd be sitting there, and all of a sudden you'd hear, whoa, 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 like the American police sirens. It makes you feel part of the game. Again, nobody's ever done it again. It was so soft, but it made the job. I'd love to get that one back. I mean, stuff like this, I wished I worked for fucking these SCS software. Jesus. I've got loads of ideas, just no way of getting them into the game. He's going to pull out. You don't even look, mate. Yo, they even give a shit. Yo, just thought, fuck him. I'll cut him up. Now I'm losing. I'm talking to a computer-generated truck. Oh, dear. Got to have a laugh at you. Whamsy? Christ. I don't think nobody will be on, while I'm streaming this. Normally there ain't nobody on at this time of the morning. I'm highly honoured and privileged. Thank you very much. Oh dear. I was at work today. I thought I've got it. When I get home tonight, I've definitely got to stream something. I've been on it all over the. Was it the last time I streamed? I couldn't. I wore it Sunday. I was in agony Monday. to be fair, well, I've got that A14 now. It does at certain points. I don't change it now. I change it sure. I think what it is, I don't know. I think it's bad circulation. I think it's because I'm sitting like on an angle, because I'm low down in the chair, like, and my wheelbase could be either lowered a bit more. So I'm like a 40, I'm like that, going up, and I think over time, like pins and needles I'm getting due to this. But it could be like what Yo says, which I've never heard of, what you put up the other week. I've never heard of that. But again, I've never used one of them drills before, so I wouldn't know, would I? Oh dear. But again, I'd say I have been on. It's only if you've been on long. I mean, sometimes I've sat here, what, 6-7 hours, you know, going through different games. So I suppose over time, it is going to give me that tingling sensation when I come off. I mean, hold on. I mean, really force feedback. Fucking hell, this gets stupid. Let's just crank it up. That's when I crank it up on a Fanatec. You can do it on the fly. It's fucking mental. I'll knock that back down to... I've only got it on 40%. And that's just enough. Now, I've just know that it's gone all together now. But I've still got the even though the wheel leg moving about, there's still vibration going through the wheel. That's that new update from them. But it a nasty vibration. It's so subtle. It's like when I made that video, the vibration for this was knocking the vibration feeling out of the cushion. So my reason by making that was to get this to match the vibration I'm sitting under. You know what I mean? So it must have been bad for people like this who've got like Logitech wheels. I mean, that must have been terrible. And again, I don't know how they've got on. Have they fixed it? You know, I've heard nothing since. Nobody's, you know, said anything. Whether they'll throw an update out in this latest video, you know, to... not video, in this latest update coming out. But again, I mean, you think they'd put something like that right, wouldn't they? Because they're using, like, Thrustmaster. I'm sure I've seen somebody else using a Logitech on their videos. So... I mean... How fair is it? Well, I watched the stream. I mean, I know it's a game, but I'd always see the point in playing a game if you ain't going to play it properly, yeah? If you get a truck and do 90 mile an hour, you don't do that in a you don't do that in a real truck. I mean, one of my mates who I work with, he's a truck driver by day. And he says, Russ, you wouldn't be doing that. He says, you wouldn't be taking corners at 60, 70 mile an hour. So, you know. So I said, well, you know, enlighten me. I am a truck driver. So he was giving me some pointers. So I was coming back to the game and I was tweaking it. He's going. So, trying to get the truck as realistic as possible. And, but I've watched them stream it. And, oh, sound, Mitchell. I'm glad you sorted it, mate. Because I've got a Logitech wheel. My Logitech's still downstairs. But I set it up since I brought the new one, like. But I thought there's got to be something done to help others out. If it's only just cranking the force feedback down, you know what I mean? You know, there's nothing worse than having a game and the people that make it sort of like not care. I mean, I consider intention by updating the force feedback, but you don't release something that ain't working. You know what I mean? And they've got like the Thrustmaster wheels and that. Oh, that's sound then. Oh. Oh, I'm glad they've sorted it for you, lads. Oh, that's sound. Because that would have done my head in as well. I mean, I rant and rave, but I still play their games. It's because I don't like the company. It's just the way they go about things, eh? You know. I mean, I bought that. I ain't played it yet. That well, I have played it, but not streamed. That Bus Simulator 2021. Now, the AI cars in that are brilliant. They don't hit you. Okay, they ain't as much, but if one company can get AI cars and everything right in one game, then why not, you know, why could another one do it? They must talk, you know, or, you know. But again, this is the best trucking game. You know, it's no doubt about it. You ain't going to find another trucking game out there like this. So, I mean, don't matter what I put out on the net. Well, that's it. They advertised Thrustmaster, didn't they? You know, they wear it alongside Thrustmaster, and they wear it alongside Tobii eye tracking. Yeah? So, you know, you'd think they'd get it right, wouldn't they? Before they release, you know, force feedback. But, no. I mean, I watched a live stream of theirs the other week. I don't say everybody's got to stick to the speed limit, but like I said, if you're going to play a game, play it properly, yeah? There's no point in doing 90 mile an hour. That says 50. I'm going to try and do 50. I ain't saying I'm going to stick to it all the while, but I tend to try. There's no point in playing it. That was 90 mile an hour, but they was doing it like in kilometres an hour, or they not miles per hour like I am. But not one of them was driving serious and properly and taking the game properly. You know.
Right.
I mean, so, as I see that is, if you don't portray the game properly, that's when you get a load of idiots when you play online, and all they want to do is crash into you. That just really knocks me, that. I mean, it's one good thing where they've added this in now to do your own convoys. If there ain't many of you, at least you can have a sensible game, drive properly, and enjoy the game for what it is. I mean, I've done some long streams, 3-4 hours, bumped into France, bang, somebody crashed into me, and because it's welder truck jobs, I've lost the complete job. And of course, my language, fucking hell, it's a wonder I ain't been banned from Truckers MP for language, because I've called a mate to an elephant. But again, if you haven't putting it out on a channel, you know, and it's ain't because I've gone mad, they'd just like rammed into you. Oh, so I stopped using it. And of course I miss traffic. I don't know. But to be fair, I don't know if you guys have ever used that new feature to do in convoys. I ain't even used it yet. You know. I've loaded it up once, seen all the list. I think I went to join somebody and I'd got mods in that were compatible with this. So I come straight out of it, so never tried it since. I'm glad they've sorted the wheel out for you though. I mean, when I had my Logitech, I'd always got that tiny little bit of play in the centre. I think mine was a G920. 29? There's a brand new one. It was the one before the one that's just come out. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to go back to Amazon to have a look. So I bought my first wheel from Amazon, of all places. I'd only had the fucking gear stick 3 weeks, and the gear stick broke. Jesus, I got a brand new. I've still got the old one. The reverse broke. Well, that's it, eh? I mean, everybody tries new mods. I mean, what I was going to do, if I could get the people to do it, is just... I've got 2 accounts on this one. It's just take it back, just have no mods in at all, and just load it up. Or, say, put Pro Mods on, and if Pro Mods was compatible with doing a convoy, do it with that. I mean... There's another chap I know, I don't know if Bobster's in, he'd be up for it. I know probably my other mate Dominic would be up for it. You know, I ain't seen Dom for a bit, but he'd be up for it because I've streamed with Dom before. And you need to drop him a message, even though I ain't spoke to him for a bit. You know what I mean? Which I think it was a G920, mate. Is that the older one? I know I get mixed up with it now. G928, that's the older one, and the G29's the new one. Or if I've got it still mixed up. But you know where I'm coming from. Oh dear. But I had to map the Logitech button in the centre to do reversing. So yeah, I'm holding the button in as I'm trying to steer. And that was all down to the gear stick braking. I had a right game. Trying to get a new one. I even got this how bad Logitech am. When I bought the Logitech, I registered everything online, as some people do. I thought, well, you know, it's brand new. I'll register it online at Logitech. So I filled this all out, done what I'd got to do. 3 weeks, no reverse gear, totally lost it, wouldn't go into reverse. I contacted Logitech. And they says, oh, I'm sorry, we can't get one to you. It'll be X amount of time. I says, a big company like Logitech, you're telling me you can't get me a replacement that's broke. And they says, well, we ain't got a distributor in the UK. I'm thinking, hold on, I've just bought it from Amazon. Amazon them in the UK, as well as being all over wherever. I get a piece of my mind in an email. And then I just told Amazon. I got one the next morning. It just shows how it couldn't get one off the people that had sold it. You know, I brought it, Logitech. But Amazon just said, yeah, no problem. There you go. Brand new one. They even had to send the old one back. Still, because I got like one of them scissored kind of frames. What the other one's on. There's no chair with it. And it's still bolted on there. And the other brand new one is in a little cupboardy thing here behind me. Still in the packet, never been took out. But I thought even though this is like a Fanatec, this has gone wrong. I'll have to send this back twice. Again, Fanatec and brilliant for customer service. People have said, oh, them rubbish and then this. Never had a problem. I mean, on this one this has got what they call a universal hub. So there's a nut. And to tighten it to the shaft, even though it's quick release, tighten it up like an Allen key. So that basically don't move it off the shaft. Well, they put the nut in the first time. And it broke the pins. It's like about 6 or 7 pins. And you push them into the wheelbase. And one snapped. I pulled it off, and when I looked, it was missing. I was like, okay. So when I connected it back on, the wheel don't respond. So that was the first thing that went back to Germany. Luckily I got an F1 wheel, so I could still play like the games, but with an F1 wheel. And then what did I do next time? I did the same again, but this time the pin broke in the wheelbase. So the wheelbase had to go back as well as the bloody thing. Oh. But luckily, that day go back to Germany. And he went to London. They must have a base in London. So that was like 3 days. But they collected it. And they bring it back. So I think it was, what was it? DDP. And UPS bring it back. Free of charge. They even paid to have it repaired. But since then, on this wheel and the F1 wheel, I always put the nut on now. And I very, very rarely change them. Unless I'm doing if I'm doing like the GT style racing on a set of course competition, then I do put my other wheel on. An F1. But if I can get away with not changing the wheel, I don't. I'm very, very careful now. But again, I'm sure I've done it twice. And it's out of guarantee now. So, I'm assuming if I've done it once, they'll do it again. And if it wouldn't matter anyway. I mean, it's like everything don't last forever, does it? You know what I mean? It says if I don't get play with it. I mean, my Logitech wheel, I really get it some hammer. I had it for 12 months. And I played everything with it. But I says to Sean the other night, playing it, I was doing Breakfast. And Breakfast is really, really intense on the force feedback. And the cogs went one way. I heard them go. Car went one way. The cogs went one way. I steered the other way. And the wheels never right. That little bit of play in the middle got worse. And I said to a friend at the time, I says, that's it. I said, if I ever come into any money, and I did, I got some PPI. And I thought, well, rather than use and waste the money, I just upgraded the wheel and bought a console. You know, because something you do, innit? You know, I enjoyed what I was doing. I mean, I'm sure you guys agree. There's no better feeling just to sit in your own home. I mean, people go to fun fairs now there and arcades just to have this pleasure. We can get up of a morning and enjoy it in our own homes. I think it's brilliant. I wish I was 20 years younger. You know what I mean? So what's technology going to be like soon? Okay, now. I mean, I was watching a program the other day. Just with like how advanced VR's going. So, fuck me. I'll be dead by the time they get anything really good out now in my fucking luck. I'd see me there now as a 70-year-old codger in playing PC games. Oh dear. Doing some of that when I was a lad. I used to drive trucks on Euro trucks. Using Pro mods. Ah, them were the days. You can just see it now. Oh dear. Best things I have ever did. Best money I've ever spent. I mean, look, you got boring days, eh? I mean, look, this COVID. Man, everybody was bored shitless. I got nothing to do. I was like, brilliant. Sit home all day, playing games. I loved every minute of it. Oh dear. And I don't know if you guys, if you talk to it about to other people, like you could describe just how good these are when you're playing them. You know what I mean? I mean, some of my mates take the piss, and I'm saying, well, what do you do with your life? You get up in the morning, you go to work, you come home, you get pissed. You got fuck all to show for it, and you an headache. I get up in the morning, I don't have an headache, I go to work, I come home, I talk to people from all over the world, I talk to people I don't even know, so I'm socialising, and it's brilliant. You know what I mean? And I'm driving trucks that I've never drove in my life. Oh dear. But now they're all like, can I come round your house? I'm like, you know what? Fuck off. Go and buy one. In the nicest of ways, like. I've got two mates who want to come round, though. When this COVID is definitely, you know, more stable than it is at the moment. Two of my mates, them two coppers, have been dying to come round since COVID kicked in. I will do, Sean, in a minute, mate. I'm not that vibration down, lad. I mean, if you have a look at that, compared to how it was, I mean, I always used to have it like that all the while. My wheel always used to jet like that, but it hadn't got the vibration. But the vibration is really low. I can honestly, no word of a lie, I can hardly feel the vibration from the wheel now at 40%. So I must have had it slightly higher before I showed you when it was like going like that. I did it with the Logitech. As soon as I bought that, I cranked it up to the highest. I mean, I think we all do, don't we? You know, whoa, let's get into this, you know, it's mega fast and, you know. And then I watched this guy on a racing video, and he says, like, if you're doing long hours on a race, you don't need massive force feedback. Just turn it down and have it subtle, but subtle enough to feel it. So, since watching that video, I've tried to follow that, whether it be on air, racing games, or anything drivable. And of course, going back to Wreckfest, I've had to, because I put my shoulder out. And that's still right. I mean, I can move it, but if I try and scratch me back with this arm, I can't put it all the way around where I used to, because of that jolt in my shoulder. I would have dread to think, if this had been direct drive, I'd have probably fucked it up more. Really would have done. I mean, because I'm sitting here now, it's out of view. I've got a keyboard on a tray, but it does swing over my lap. But I sometimes have to reach over to grab the mouse to change stuff. And I, over time, keep doing that. Here, in the ball of my shoulder, the pain. Right? That's why I come off streams. I think, of course, sit here. And then just sitting like normal, driving like that, where it starts to, it's like a twitching pain. It's horrible. Like, you know, it's like having earache, all that. Knackered in 5 minutes. You do that, I think we've all done it. I know, you know, with the force feedback, wanging it to the maximum. I mean, some of the games, I do like to feel a bit of stiffness. I don't know what the word for it is. Not so much the vibration, just I can't drive with the light wheel. So, with their update they've just put in now, when you steer it and it's that, you know, you got to turn, you feel the resistance. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I like to have that in the wheel, but less of the shake. So I'm glad you can do that with these force feedback settings. I mean, I've watched some of the famous, I mean, you've probably watched him here, Jimmy Broadbent, and some of the other ones who do the racing, and they've cranked their force feedback up to the maximum. Jesus Christ. It's a wonder if they'll snap their arms off. How much they do it like. I would seriously be frightened to do it. Where's he going here? Or am I in the wrong? I'm in the wrong. It would seriously frighten me. I mean, because when you talk to, you know, you know, I've got nephews that want to come and do, and I said, like, Babs, you can't play it. It's too strong for you. They'd have to have it, well, I'm playing it right down. I'd hate for the kid to get out on one. I really would. I mean, they're just growing out, they're young uns. They go and do one of these and go and damage an arm or something before them fully developed. It'd be horrible for them. I say, if I can do it on a Logitech, that I don't even know what the force feedback on that. I think it's about a 6, 8 or some Newton meters. This is only an 8, so Christ knows what a Logitech is. I think it's about 6, somewhere around that, if that. If you can out here on that, what can you do on a direct drive? Oh, I dread to think. Right, how many miles we got left? If I get a place to pull in, I shall pull in. they're still in loads of time. You never find a place to pull in when you want one. I don't know if you guys agree, I think this is a great thing they did with the lights as well, in one of the updates, where the lights flicker. Because often I've been going to sleep like you would in real driving, you know, like the longer you stream, you tend to nod off to sleep. I've done it loads of nights. But like when you put your foot down through here, and them lights and like keeping you awake, you know, like, I think that was a great little touch they put in. And the crashing that I've done because I've gone to sleep. I've been here driving and bang, thinks I shit me. I've gone on the stream. I met this one, the last one, lad, you know, sort of thing. I'm going to piss in sleep.
And then continue straight on.
Get over while I come.
Go straight on.
I'm forever doing it. I wish I could get into, you know, like a schedule like most streamers do. But like I think I've said on the streams before, I could be sitting here now within a couple of hours. I don't say now, but like first thing in the morning, I could get a text message. Can you come to work today? I'm like, so that's why I don't do schedules. I stream just when I'm about. Oh, he's gonna hit me. No, you wait. Of course, he was going to clatter into the back of me then. You don't know what set of indicators in. We do them. Just them flashing lines. Like what? Well, I call it. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. Sort of thing. It's brilliant. I mean, I don't know if you two guys have played this in... Have you played this in VR? I mean, if you and you can get your hands on a VR headset, do it. This takes this game to another level. Again, that's why I bought the VR headset, but it ain't natively VR. That's the only drawback. So, you have to tweak the settings a little bit to stop it flickering. But when you get them right, oh dear, the cab becomes a proper cab, and that takes you a little bit more time to learn to drive it again. You know, like you sit at a normal screen, and you're like, yeah, I know how much room I've got to put a VR headset. It's like, okay, now look, you're just flabbergasted by the size of the cab, I tell you. And that mirror there, which has got the green in, to show you how close you're in to the next car in front. I very rarely use that in this game now. But if I've got VR on, I'm looking at it all the while thinking, am I going to hit it? Am I going to hit the car? It's unbelievable. When I was at work a couple of months ago, I said to one of the drivers, I was going to ask a favour. I said, can I just jump up in your cab and just sit in and just have a look what it feels like to sit in a truck? Yeah, carry on, son. So I jumped up in this Mercedes-Benz truck. And I'm like, you know what? Put the VR headset on, and it's just exactly the same. It is just 100%. So, you know, I would say sometimes more than once I slag SCS software off. Not to the point where I'm slagging them off. Just want them to put things right, yeah? But they've got that right. I was like, okay, now. I mean, the only difference between his cab and the game, he's got his stuff in, like, you know, we all got that woman and he's got his stuff in. But it's like, whoa, it was massive. It just makes these cabs just true to life. And it plays with your mind to think that you're still sat in your own home, in my case, in a bedroom, but in a truck. That's when it makes this not feel like a game. Oh dear. But again, because I've got problems with memory, I need some more memory in the computer. Because I don't know if you was on earlier on when I started stream. because of loading everything up, my computer gets to a cut-off point and says, see ya, and then reboots the PC. So I know it's a overheating, it's a heating problem, it's a graphics problem, it's got to be my RAM, I'm running out of memory. So I'm going to wang in another 16 gig of memory, 32 should be ample, so. And then I should probably do a bit more VR streams. I mean, to people watching, it ain't much difference now we're using Trackir. It's just arm in the cab. But it's basically what you're seeing. Any differences you will see what I'm seeing through the headset. Because this, like I said, the game not being native VR, what you're seeing now is what's on my screen, yeah? So we're all seeing the same. But when you put VR on, I'll see what's in the headset, and normally you get to see what's on my screen when I'm streaming VR. But because this ain't native, and neither is American trucks, the screen goes black. So you have to see what's coming through the headset. So the quality, 4K. It's whatever the Oculus, I got the Oculus Quest 2. So whatever resolution that is, that's what you guys see. I'll get it sorted once I got me some ramming. Like the depth of how far you're away from the dashboard, you don't have to do none of that configuration. You just slap it on, and you're in the cab. It's like, fucking hell, whoa. You know, I mean, I'm sat really close to a wall, so I have to remind myself when I'm turning round to have a look at stuff that I don't hit the wall, even though it plays with your mind, really does. I mean, for ages I sat on the shelf, shall I buy a VR, shall I not buy one? I'm glad I did. Who's he stopped for? Come on. Got no horns. I put all the configuration on for this truck and they put my horns on. I've only got that crappy horn. Come on, mate. I bet there's nothing in front of him. Told ya. Some of these cars just randomly stop for nothing. There must be a ghost car in front of him. Weird that. That's when he tells me in my head that these ain't compatible with the latest version of the game. When they just randomly stop. There's got to be something. Nah, is he stopping? Or is that's an accident, eh? Oh, that's rare. He's broke down in the middle of the tunnel. I've never seen that before. Have you guys ever seen that? I've never seen that happen before. With something's broke down. That's a breakdown truck. I've never seen that before in the game. Hey, and they sneaking stuff in. I bet. Oh, they say they're going to put some random stuff in one of the new releases. Shout out the window, or. Oh, it's crazy. I'll do it for you guys one of the days. I mean, it shouldn't take too long to get 2 sticks of memory sent out. Whatever. Oh dear. Just gets better and better at how it gaming. Trouble with me, I got that variety of games. What chance have we got here? Oh no, what? Unless he just... Well, he got his added lights on, hadn't he? I mean, that's another thing they could add it. I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been playing this game, but how many times have we seen that jet broke down at the side of the road? that just gets so repetitive. You know what I mean? I wish they'd change some of them. You know what I mean? Things like that. I mean, roads. I don't know how they could do it, but like add more variety. I do like that. I don't know if you guys play it with a director. I ain't got it enabled now, but like you reroute. I think that's a little good feature. Even though you get like so close to your job, and then you got to like deroute like 20 mile away just to get to where you know, because the road's closed off. I think that adds a little bit of realism to the game. I like doing that one. I mean, there's so many things I could add to this game. You know, it's good now. It is really good, but they can make it even better. I mean, I hope this one's open. So, go on. Up you go. I hate these when they don't go up. Go on. Made me slow. Straight bloody down. I knew it would do that. This is where VR shines of a night time. Yeah, it would. Roadworks would be spot on if they could make some more. But I mean, there's no way of contacting them. Again, I suppose I would if I could find an email. You try contacting SCS Software online. You can't do it. I've tried. I tried to send them a private message on Instagram. They'll accept it. Tried to send them one on Twitter. They'll accept it. It's right. So I want to go to bed or... This is all I think. I'll just finish this stream or something, man. Road diversion. Oh dear. It's crazy. But that, you know, that, to me, I think that looked good. I mean, when I first had this and I'm trying to tell people, I'm driving down motorways and there's crashes on the other side of the road. You know, the screenshots I took and posted them on my Facebook. You one mate says, if you put another Euro picture on here, I'm going to block you. Let's go on then, block me. See ya. I said, I'll do you the favour, so I blocked him. Never added him back. Oh dear. That's the way it is, eh? Funny shit, man. I mean, and there's other mates who just... God, I wish I could play it. I mean, my mate plays consoles, so he don't actually do a PC. He's all console. He said, I wish he could get this game for console, like. And I'm surprised they ain't done this for console. There you go. He's going to let him out there now, are you? Go on. It's another thing. Now, well, let we out. Go on then, mate. I'll let you out. Go on. Flashing me hazards. And these, that'd be another good thing if trucks in the game would interact with you. Again, might be a big ass say, like, you know, like when drivers pull out, gives you a flash on your hazards, you know, like to say thanks, as you would. You know what I mean? Just the little things with the game. I don't think we're that far away now with this. Bloody hell, still got 200 more to do.
And then exit right. Exit right.
I can remember once. This was funny. I was on the other side of my bedroom. It was thundering and lightning outside. And the thunder in the game was... I thought it was a thunder outside. It was the thunder in the game. There is a trucking game out for console, but it ain't this one. Sean, it's ain't this one. There is one out there, mate, but it's a Euro Trucks. This ain't on console. If this had been on console, mate, my mate would have bought it. His kids watch my channel like a religion. And, you know, like when you got kids, Dad, I want this, Dad, I want that. He says, I've got to ban my kids from watching you on YouTube. He says, because they keep wanting a truck game. He says, I buy them like Call of Duty and stuff like that. He says, all they frigging want is your trucking. Now look at me. You know what I mean? But again, just the hours of fun you can have on it, eh? I mean, never a dull moment doing this. Never. I've never got bored of this game. Never. Well, well, driving, I've never got bored of it. How are we doing for diesel? I think we'll do the... They'll need to fill up again. There is a new one coming out, though. Again, that's PC. It's called Trucking I can't pronounce it. Alaska. We am doing, like, just in the snow. What's that? Oh, gone. There's a program on telly. Again, it's on Steam. It's Trucking 8 or something like that. It's on proper telly. Then building the game based on that. But you gotta survive, you know, like you'll get out of the truck. According to the game, it ain't even out on early release yet. But you get out, you fill the truck up, you maintain the truck, you cook yourself food. It's a proper simulator as well as driving. So it looks good at what they've said so far, but until they release it, you know, it could be a total waste of time. But knowing it's after here, I'll buy it. As long as it does Trackir. I mean, it's like that Buzz game I bought. That Buzz 21. Can't even use a button box. You know, button box, most of all the games I've got can configure a bugger. Yeah, that's the one. Based in Alaska 8. Something like that, innit? I shook it. There's no release date, oh yeah. Just one night, just sat here. I thought, you know, I've got nothing to do. I'm going to check out. And I went through all the Steam games, just see what it was about like, and it's there. So I thought, you know what? I'll put that in my wish list. Wait for it to come out on early release or whatever it is. I was going to buy them mud running games, but I wore two shoes. One, am compatible with a wheel. Is the force feedback any good? So I watched a few people playing it. I thought, you know what? It don't look good with them with the wheel, so I don't bother. We am arguing here. This one. I mean, I bought one game. You know, like the trucks that the race. I've seen it online, and you race like you all these brands. And the guy who made the game, he never updated it. He's conned everybody. I mean, that could have been another good potential game, but he died of nothing with it. So basically, he made the game, and that was it. Took your money. Never seen him again. There's no tracking. So he called no head tracking. The competition, like, you know, to do truck racing, if you don't finish the race or the competition you're doing, next time when you load the game back up, you got to start all over again. There's no save. A load of people went mad at him to the point where it just blocks everybody now. I think that was £30 game at the time. Thought, well, if I'm driving them in Euro trucks, I'd like to race them. And I think you can... I mean, the same kind of trucks now, I'm in Automobilista too. I mean, that's fun. I'll stream that one of the days. I ain't done it. We're to race the trucks for the racing. It's solid. It's really hard to race them. And if you guys have done that, I find it really hard racing trucks. But in the one I bought, what I'm on about, that got conned in, you'll drive, and every so often you got to press a button on the wheel, and you got to add water to the brakes. Oh, it's, you know, really good. Then you know what gets me as well with this? Every car that passes you sounds the same. And that ain't like in the real world, is it? Different engines, different cars sound totally different. That was another mod I had. Different cars would go past you, and their engines would sound totally different. Again, with the updates, nobody ever released it again. But that was another good one as well. I mean, I know them trying to do these updates with the engines, but when I was listening to the one in American trucks the other week, that's why they talk very often. I wanted to hear the difference of the sound of the trucks, and to be fair, lads, I couldn't hear no different than previously. So whatever they've done in this beta version that's going to be coming out next, I couldn't make out no different. I really couldn't. Why they talk a lot. I just thought I'll sit here and I'll just take in them sounds of the engine, and I hear nothing different. But again, they don't tell me, do they? So it's like one of them suck it and see, eh, kind of things. It's like throwing a dice, eh, and hoping to get two sixes with this kind of company. I mean, just before I come on streaming, F1's just had I've got F1 as well. Again, I ain't streamed that yet. But F1, just a massive list of what they've updated. Tell you everything. I mean, they've got how many people employed? Just takes one of them, don't it, to sit there, right, what you done? Put that, minutes. They rocket science, but it's to them. What, am I in the right lane? It's him on his, like an Harley Davidson kind of bike, Keith. No, whatever I've done with this force feedback, there's no vibration at all, hardly. So that ain't a bad thing. I won't get off here tonight like this, like I've been on the bottle all day. Although, it ain't that bad. It's just in the tips of my fingers, that vibration. But when you put it the other week about, like, I gone over the top. Right. Come to the right one. You ever done that? Pulled up at one of these and not realised that it's closed. Done that loads of times. Come on, up you go. Well, on this at the moment, I've got a modding. So these are genuine sounds, like they are vanilla sounds. I don't know about the engine, but like the brakes, the indicators, they are modified. That brake and that like engine-y sound, that's the mod. I think it's beautiful. Like I said at the start of the stream, I don't know if it's the genuine sound. Carpal tunnel. No idea. I ain't got a clue where I am in the world. I know I've got my indicator, my wipers on, and there's no rain. Come on, turn them off. So I don't know if this is a genuine Scania sounds. Unless, because there is some, I don't know if you guys have looked on the mod sites, there is specific Scania sounds, the pipes and stuff on. You know, again, not being a truck driver, I ain't got a clue, but them exhausts, they trying to get the sound of them as you're driving. I don't think when you're on Truckers MP that you're going to see I think you don't see the animation when another person goes through, to be fair, Sean. I'm sure you don't. You only see yourself go through and not nobody else. Because I used to say this to a chap. He used to say, did Joe just see that there then? Say something in the field or something. I say no. He'd see different to me while we were streaming, and I think it's when you join the servers. If you join it a little bit either in front of me or behind, then we don't see the same. I mean, to be fair, I have been on Truckers MP for last year. You know, I miss driving without no traffic. To me, if it's late at night, there's nobody about, unless I go into foreign countries. You know, 'cause you got to think here. If you're driving like the UK at this time of the morning, there's nobody going to be in it. Everybody's abed. So I'll try and drive in other countries, but of course, they're all talking in foreign language. It's hard for them to understand my black country accent as it probably is. So, you know. So what I normally do is I'll go on Truckers MP, I'll go into American trucks, at least you can have a conversation with people as you're driving. You know. To be fair, I'll just take the piss. If I go in Truckers MP in Euro trucks, I'll just take the piss. I'm like, I'll have chips with mine. I'll just, you know, I'll abuse them. Well, I suppose it is, but I don't like swear at folks unless they crash into me. But if somebody's going in their own language, I'll key up and I'll just say, I'll have chips with mine. It must confuse them. Oh, no, there's no... No, I don't believe in that. Well, it's like when people crash. Instead of pressing the button and go and get off the stream, they just wait there, don't they? That's another thing. No, there's no need for that. It spoils it for everybody else. I mean, I know they can't do it all the while. I mean, I don't know. I was driving sensible one night, and at the time, it was a mod. Well, I'm assuming it was. It was a person who monitors Truckers MP. So I think. But anyway, I'm driving along, doing no harm at all. Driving. All I get on the mic is, please pull over, I want to see your licence. Well, I hate the cars. I mean, it's a trucking game, ain't it? So why be in a car? So I keyed up the mic and said, mate, if you don't piss off in that car, I'll ram you off the road. Now you've got a choice. Either piss off or get rammed. My mate at the time, he says, that could have been a modder and you could have got kicked off the server. I said, well, I'm playing a trucking game, not a car game. If I want to play a car game, I'll load up one of my own. You know what I mean? Or, if I see cars and them getting close, I'll say, well, you fucking hit me and you'll hit nobody else. You know what I mean? That's me. You know, I'll warn them. You know, especially if, like, say now, if we'd have been streaming. What? I can't see how long I've been on. We've been on 2 hours. Just over 2 hours now. So, if I'd have been on now, Truckers MP, and a little shit come up the side of me in a car, I'd warn him. You know what I mean? Because, you know, spoils the game for everybody, eh? I mean, you guys have been good enough to sit there watching me stream for some little shit to come up and just crash my car or truck. I mean, another thing they should do is, if the impact, if a motorbike hits a truck, it'll kill the truck. They should soften the impact, you know, to the vehicle. If another truck hits you, then of course it's a stronger impact. But to get bounced about off I mean, you can get killed by a fucking road cone, can't you? You know, I mean, that's hilarious. To hit a road cone and totally wreck a truck. That ain't realistic at all. Look at these playing silly buggers now. Let's all reverse. Come on. No, I can't get out because I've got that far up his arse. Or can I? No. Come on. Oh, dear. What is that white van in the middle doing? Have you ever had that where the axle breaks in the middle? That's a pain in the arse and all. when the wheels go through the map and you can't go nowhere. Oh dear, right, can I go? Right, I'm going for it. Wait for me now, cause. Oh dear. That's fun. Man, I'm in the wrong gear. I don't know if you... Look at him. I'm coming through. Oh. See, what's he got his hazards on for? There's nothing there. Fucking invisible man. Come on. Oi. Gotta get some sleep today. Come on, move your car. Oh dear. Is that... No? I thought that axle had broke on that other one then. Oh. I'm telling you, these are new. These are new. I'm sure that's new. Never seen that before. I bet, you know, they've started to sneak these in. Hey, 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 I've got indicators on. Come on. That's another thing they don't take notice on. Indicators. I've never seen a tow truck picking a car up. And if I have, then I've never seen that before. Because there was an update in this tonight, I'm sure there was, before I come on the stream. Because I had a graphics update. I had to update my graphics card. And I had to update this and F1. Car I could come on. And then reboot, of course. So... waffling that much, we've gone through the night and day and realised it's gone back to morning. Oh dear. It's going to be that long now, that 84 mile. Here goes Barry Sheen. I mean, that's another thing, guys. Why make a game and there are no motorbike? There's two things when I first come on here. I thought, one, where's the motorbikes? And where the fucking hell is the Eiffel Tower when you go to France? See you later, Sean. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Good night to you, my lad. But, that baffled me. How can you go and build France, but not have the Eiffel Tower? And have no motorbikes? They don't get them in their country. Motorbikes are everywhere. Raw. I've never seen that police car before neither. That's something new. I'm sure that's just shop. They have. I'm telling you now, guys. They have sneaked in new stuff. I have never seen a police car shoot off as fast as that one did then. Come on. That just... you might... So I don't know how much lag is between myself and you guys. But that police car then, it come past me and gone. I've never seen that before. So again, that could be an update what they did. Just testing it, probably. That was weird. Well, it is, I mean, I don't know my way around the world that well, but, you know, certain iconic landmarks, don't you? You know, like, I mean, I wish they'd tell you what is a landmark to one that's fictional, you know. I know it ain't a one-to-one maps that we drive, but I know they do put, like, iconic, you know, things around the world in the game, but they don't tell us what they are. You know, I mean, with America, I thought, is it Mount Rushmore with all that rock with all the faces on? I thought that might have been in the game. I mean, that's a landmark. You know, but I did when I've been playing this about 3 years now, and I thought, where's Paris? Where's the Eiffel Tower? It's one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, and you don't put it in a game. something wrong there. But then I drive to Birmingham, which is like I ain't far from, and I've got the BT Tower, which is, you know, don't figure the BT Tower ain't that important, but I've got it in the Birmingham part of the map. Oh, it's mad. Nearly here now anyway. Oh dear. Must have been my last, well, I'll end the stream here though. What is it? It's nearly 2:05 in the morning. I intend to. Just though, it's amazing though, the planes. So I don't know if you ever played that one as well, the EAA map. I was sitting here one night and I could hear this plane. Thought, where's that coming? The next minute, a plane come over my head in the game, and like a bit like a Boeing 47, something like a massive one, and the roar of it was awesome. But that was in the EAA map. Again, I said it earlier on in the stream. It's the second biggest map for nothing in the game. See, look, them police cars have never done that. There's another one. That's going rapid, and that ain't nothing to do with me. I ain't put no fast speeding. They've done something with the game. That's something with an update. It's got to be. Because that police car has never done that before. It's fed up. Good if it's done. Well, it needs now some wailing sirens, do it, to make it more realistic. They will eventually get this game right, to the point. I mean, I know there's the old saying, Rome war built in a day. But if it's like 2012, I'd have thought that they got it right by now. Question now, am I going to be late? I don't think I should be. Oh, speeding. I forgot I'm down that bottom half of the country. There's loads of toll roads down here now. That's why I don't drive down here very often. Start, stop, start, stop. That's all you do, eh? Oh, well, I always used to experiment with different maps. It takes a little bit to get them right, like to work. Like saying to Sean, who's just gone, like, if you get them right in the stack, if you don't get them right in the stacking order with your other mods, that's when it starts to play havoc with your game. But once you start, you think, right, what else can I add? And, you know, I mean, I don't know if you was in there when I was talking about Wombat. That guy, fantastic. He put map combinations so you fill the whole of your map. There's a map interface that comes out for pro mods, and he would fill that virtually. So you'd be driving in places one I've never heard of. You know what I mean? And he's the kind of guy, if you got anything wrong, you just message him or some of his people on his Discord, and they put you right there and then. You know, send them a screen and grab or tell them what you've done, and they'll work it out for you. I mean, fantastic people. I mean, he said one night, I watched one of his streams, and he said, like, if you get any problems, just let us know. Well, I'd added a different map to what was in his stack, and I says there's a break in, because, like, when you got the right order, you might be driving down the road, and then the road will just end. So it's like a break in the road. So you go through the map basically. And I said to him, I'm driving down the road, and the truck will just disappear. And he went, right, have you followed me? And I went, yeah. And then I remembered I'd added a little bit in. He says, now you've added this bit in. You take that out. You do this. You do that. It'll work fine. And I did. Like I said, he worked perfectly. Really good bloke, but I'll say he's been ill. And yeah, he done one for a long time, an update. So, like, every time SCS software updated their thingy, 2 or 3 days later, Wombat has our massive map back out again. So, you know, you just follow it exactly. I mean, the guy used to show you every individual stacking order and then your mods, if you got them in. I mean, I don't think he only put map mods. He'd put, like, to modify the game, just the maps. But there's another guy. Oh, dear, what's his name now? Milan. His name Milan. He posts quite a few. He's another good one for he's one for mods. So he did like the top 10 mods for like November, December, January, and so on, like that kind of thing. So what unpopular. So you got a chance of looking for like the stuff, or sometimes he'll give you a description. You just follow the link to where you can download them. But then you've got that thing to get them right in the stack. So if you don't get them right in the stack, that's when it's like, oh, damn. So, get over before he comes. Once you've got them right, oh, it makes this game so much bigger. But it's nice, but it messes you up. You could now, if you like welder truck jobs, you could do many welder truck jobs because of it, because you've changed the map. So they all sort of work. That's the only thing. You'll be able to pick the job up, but then you'll get to where you drop the truck off, and it'll say reverting back to an earlier part, because it ain't part of the genuine maps. It won't let you get rid of the job. So basically, you've done that driving, got to the end of the drive, you could drop the truck off. I think it's bad, really. They should not let you pick the truck up in the first place. But again, that's part of modding maps, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like I say to Sean, if you was in as well earlier on, I met 2 accounts. One without nothing, and one with like pro mods and stuff and all the other maps. This is another thing as well. You know, why not put another set of lights over there so we can see where the lights change? I mean, for people that ain't got head tracking, I mean, nightmare playing this with a mouse. By the time you've moved the mouse to have a look at the light change of the bloody car, you've trashed the truck sometimes. I mean, that's another thing. I could not go back now to playing this game without some kind of head tracking. That is, I'll tell that to anybody. Again, I'm quite dear for what they am, but them a must. Head tracking. Or, you know, I know people playing with like little joggy little wheels, but you don't have to take your eyes off the game, you can just drive. And I swear by Trackir. No, I do own the other one as well. The Toby eye tracking. But that restricts you. If you've only got a certain size monitor, or in my case, our game on a big telly, it's no good. The Toby eye tracking wouldn't work. It's only up to a certain size monitor. Well, in head tracking, I've spent about 400 quid. I think the Toby eye tracking is just short of 200, and this is over 200. But again, it all depends how you play it. I mean, some can use the mouse, I will use the mouse. I'm all like, well, the mouse will work while you've got this connected. And I should have got this in the first place, but there's only one seller to buy this in the UK, and the time he hadn't got him in stock, so I'd got no choice. Well, that's nice. Now, don't let me knock that bike over. Cheers, Mr. Officer. Wim dud. Gotta find where I've got to put it now. Right, how do we get in there? Oh, yeah, I haven't got to the place yet. And I bought the Toby eye tracking bar first. Good for what it is, but It's even a...
Turn.
Oh man, I wouldn't do without more Trackir, to be fair. I tell you. That's what I'm trying to look for now, like with new games. I ain't too bothered if the vibrating cushion don't work, then that don't work. But I'm always trying to look for games to make sure they use Trackir. You know what I mean? It's hard
Turn right.
to do without it now.
You have arrived.
I mean, I've got a few racing kind of games, and they ain't compatible. But it don't feel like I'm driving, you know what I mean? If it's only just a 10, I mean, you know yourself, you do profiles, don't you? The Trackir. So I've got one profile that does this, and I've tweaked another profile just for racing. So you're only like doing 90 degrees instead of like the 180 in this. And I couldn't be without it now. But I have trouble. I'm sitting low in a cockpit, and my telly's up at a 45-degree angle. Instead of buying a monitor, I went for a 50-inch telly. But the height difference now is a pain. I can't use the cap. I have to bring that down, and once you bring that down, you lose the settings, or, you know, like position where the IR thing is. That's it. We're home. Break. And I'll stall it. There we go. Was we late? Nah. But I wouldn't be with that Trackir now. I mean, I'd had Trackir for a year and a bit, and then they went and put Trackir in this game, and you need sliders for Trackir to get precision. And I made a video. It's still in my list of videos. I think I've had 4.3k views on that video. And SCS Software went and put sliders with numbers in Trackir. Now, I've never put Trackir, my other wheel back on, my other PC, and used Trackir again in this. Somebody messaged me and says, thanks for what you did. He said, because now STS Software have made the update, but I'm supposed they've been told by eye tracking, look, you've got to put this right. We've got numbers to get precision. You know what I mean? But as you know yourself, there ain't a lot of messing about in Trackir. You just put the headset on right, it's moving, jump in the game. eye tracking's totally different. You've got nothing to visual see as you move your head. So basically, you've got to go in the game, out the game, in the game. Oh, it's too much messing about, man. Good for what it is, because you don't. If you don't want to move your head, you just move your eyes. So, like, if I'm like looking at the screen, sometimes I can drive off the road because I'm reading the text. So it would be good in that, but you can never get the finesse with Trackir. And you know, I can like pull it there, and the head tracking not moved if I wanted to. Could never do that with eye tracking. And I sat there hours trying to configure it, but you know, it used to give me a headache. Anyway, guys, take care. Thanks for coming and stopping up till what time is it? Where's my clock gone? 2:15, man. I hope you guys ain't got to get up for work tomorrow, man. Don't take it out of me if you have. Anyway, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Daisy today, Thursday. I should be on later tonight. Do another one. Might do American tomorrow. Well, later on today. So I'm going to end the stream there. Take care. And as we say here in the Black Country,